Hello and welcome to Meet the Fleet, a series of videos introducing you to the locomotives that run on the Brucington Railway. Up today is a controversial locomotive, an LMS Iveck Class 2 named Ivy. 46521 was completed at Swindon in February 1953 at a cost of £13,756 as part of the last batch of locomotives of the class built. 46521 was transferred from the Western region to the London Midland region in September 1963. Prior to this, the locomotive was sent to Crewe, where it underwent a heavy overhaul during May and June 1963. The overhaul was probably undertaken because the engine was earmarked for Royal Train duties, which it undertook when the Queen visited North Wales in August 1963. It was withdrawn from service in October 1966 and sold to the Woodham brothers at Barry for scrap. It arrived at Barry in March 1967 and was resident there until March 1971. In 1969, 46521 was selected for preservation by Severn Valley Railway member Charles Newton. The locomotive arrived at the SVR on 20th of March 1971 and entered service in July 1974, becoming the SVR's first ex-Barry restoration to be completed. The locomotive initially carried the same green livery in which it had finished BR service, although in 1957 both 46421 and 46443 were repainted into red livery and given modified superstructures for filming of the 7% solution. 46521 was eventually withdrawn from service in 1977 for major boiler repairs. Following completion of the overhaul, a second period of service commenced, this time ending in 1985. A third period of service began in 1991, during which 46521 spent the summer of 1993 on hire to the Gloucestershire-Warwickshire Steam Railway, as well as taking part in the London Underground Steam on the Met Festival the same year. 46521 also featured as Blossom in the BBC sitcom Old Dr. Beeching, which was filmed between 1995 and 1997. 46521 was formally named Blossom by actor Stephen Lewis in a ceremony in February 1997. The third period of service ended in 2000, by which time the locomotive had accumulated 84,031 miles since it was preserved. When the Great Central Railway's finances took a hit following COVID, 46521 was sold to the Brucington Railway. When she arrived, she was given the name Ivy owing to her class. While at Brucington, Ivy required a large overhaul. Sadly, her parts were no longer available, so a decision was taken to convert her to a standard Class 2MT and was given the number 78010. Despite her appearance, she carries the same personality and memories from her days as 46521. We hope you've enjoyed meeting Ivy, and remember she can be seen upon request at any time. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon for another episode of Meet the Fleet.